Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Moonriver. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous Moonriver update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now, let's jump straight into the TA. So taking a look at Moonriver, you can see that we have this Fibonacci retracement set up, and this is the same one that we've used in the previous update. Now, if you don't know how to use the Fibonacci retracement, make sure to go into the description of this video. There is going to be a video linked where I explain how exactly you can use the Fibonacci retracement to set up some short-term, long-term targets, find where your resistance and support levels are. So taking a look at this Fibonacci retracement, we have our swing high printed in November of 2022 and the swing low in October of 2022. You can see that we retested the second fib level at $6.29, which was our capitulation target. So our technical target was at 1.618 Fibonacci, and we reached that here in November. We had a nice bounce towards the 0.786. Then we had a lower low all the way down to this second fib level, and now we're coming back up. And we are retesting this same resistance level, the first fib level at $9. As you can see, we had the back test of support there, we had a resistance back test there, we had multiple wicks to that area there, and now we're coming back into that $9 range once again, and we're getting rejected back down. So if you want to get into Moonriver and you don't want to risk waiting until we see potentially another strong pullback towards $6, and to be honest with you, this is where you should have been buying a lot of coins, then you could be looking at entries off the 20 EMA, off the 55 EMA, and off of the 1.414 and the 1.272. So technically, you can dollar cost average in right now just a little bit, but I would wait, to be honest with you, because Bitcoin has only started pulling back down. We need it to come back down a little bit more because it's been very overextended for the past month. So we need to see a healthy retracement, and that will obviously drag some of the altcoins with it. So we're definitely going to see Moonriver pull back if Bitcoin pulls back. So we might even see potentially $7.23.5 retested. So just set up some buy limit orders throughout this area, slap the fib on your chart, see where the support levels are, and set the buy limit orders slightly above those support levels. And obviously the 20 EMA and the 55 EMA are important as well. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. This is what I would be doing if I was in your situation, but I do have Moonriver tokens staking on the Nova wallet right now, and I am not planning to buy any more for the foreseeable future because I'm still dollar cost averaging into some other altcoins. But if we see a pullback below $8, I'm probably going to buy probably 10 more tokens, I would say, because these are very cheap prices, and hopefully we're going to be able to retrace at least back to the all-time high in the next bull market, which was all the way here at $500. If we're able to do that, that is going to be a pretty nice trade in my opinion. But if you zoom out, you can see how little, like, this is literally nothing. We're still in the all-time low area here, and just imagine what's going to happen when we start pumping, right? When you have these crazy impulsive moves to the upside. Patience is key, and you don't want to sell too early. So I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of people, what they did is as soon as they saw this move to the upside, they immediately started selling, some of them, right? And they thought, well, this is going to be it. I'm selling 2% profit. I'm selling. Well, if you're not going to be patient and you're not able to see your portfolio grow naturally, then you're going to be, selling too early, and then you're going to see the project skyrocket afterwards, and you're going to be biting your nails. So what I would advise is just stake your crypto so that you remove that, added layer of stress, which you don't need, because once it's staking, you're earning passive income. You can't sell it just because the price went up, and you're kind of removing that urge to sell. That's a really good tip for beginners especially. Now, if we take a look at the daily RSI and see what's going on here, we got very overextended over here. We went into the overbought, so this was a good point to take some profits. Actually, I did take some profits. I'm swing trading Moonriver for my friend, and I sold at $8 and around $8.96, I want to say. So right around this first fib level here, and we're pretty overextended, and I'm looking to get back into Moonriver with his money, obviously, somewhere around $8.11, I think my order is at. So I think we're going to get filled pretty soon. And yeah, I saw that Moonriver was very overbought on the daily RSI, and that was my signal. As you can see, we broke above multiple resistance levels here. So the white trend line was broken through. That was the resistance that we created all the way back in August 2022. We retested that in November 2022. And this time around, we broke above. We had a little retest with a fake out. And now we're coming back down to retest the white trend line once again. If we're going to pull back further down, this is not going to hold, obviously. Then you have another light blue support trend line here, and I don't think that's going to hold either. This is just not a very important level, to be honest with you, but we did have 2 back tests of resistance here, and we had a couple of fake outs here. So you could consider this a pretty good level to buy back into Moonriver. Obviously, you have to do everything based on your analysis, and if you want to be dollar cost averaging at multiple levels, you know, once we're coming back down, you just want to be buying gradually through the dip. You can do that, obviously, but you still want to have some spare cash in case we see a strong capitulation. We have some black swan events coming in and crypto's crashing. Everything's crashing. You want to be buying up when there's blood on the streets. You don't want to be left with your crypto and you know, minus 70, 60% pullback in your portfolio. You always want to have that fiat. I know it's stinky. I know fiat is stinky, but you still have to hold it because you want to be buying up these dips. Look at these entries here where the RSI got below the index of 30. That was a perfect entry. So in case that happens again, and probably it will happen before we go into the bull market, you're gonna need to be buying these lows here if you want to make profit and you want to have good entry points. Now let's switch over to actually before we do that, we still have our support trend lines here on the RSI. The red support trend line, as you can see, we retested that all the way back in December, and we had a nice move from there. And the white trend line here, the white support trend line that we have at 18.8 is the support trend line that we created all the way back in January last year, and we had another retest in June last year. So potentially with another flash crash, this could be our bottom. And if you find yourself sitting at this level, just know that that's probably going to be one of the last opportunities where you can get into Moonriver at such cheap prices. Now we can switch over to the Binance website. And before we continue, I quickly want to ask you, do you value your privacy? If the answer is yes, then you must take a look at ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN offers you the privacy that you deserve, no activity logs and no connection logs. Your internet provider won't be able to access anything, and anyone using the same open free Wi-Fi in the cafe as you won't be able to do any harm or breach your security. You can use the ExpressVPN application on any device. You can connect it to your PlayStation, or you can even connect it to your router so that anyone who connects is automatically secured. Or if you're looking to access any region-blocked content on your streaming platform, well, ExpressVPN can do that as well. If you're living in the Netherlands and you want to access a TV show that's only available in Japan, well, my friend, you can do that with ExpressVPN. You can use the link down below in the description and get a discounted price along with 3 extra months for free. You can get your money back if you don't like it, but I don't see any reason why you wouldn't like it because we all need the privacy, and in today's age especially. And you can also pay with Bitcoin, so that's a really cool feature as well. And let's get on with the video. So taking a look at Binance, this is the daily chart. As you can see, we have multiple yellow trend lines here, and these are resistance and support levels that we've had. So we're above all of these right now. So all of them are considered a support level. And as you can see, for now, we're holding $8.30. So we are pretty overextended. As you can see, this is a pretty strong move to the upside. We could be starting a new Elliott wave count here. So potentially, if this is going to be, the wave 1, we're going to see a wave 2 pullback, a massive wave 3, which could happen from February into March. We could see that strong move to the upside, or even into April, and then we're going to have another pullback, and then a move to the upside into August. So that's something that potentially could happen, but it depends on how deep this next pullback is going to be. It depends on what the Fed does with the interest rates on February 1st, because if they're going to have a 50 basis points hike, that is going to crash the markets. Well, not crash, but we're going to see a pullback, okay? The 25 basis points hike is already priced into the market. So nothing's probably going to happen once we get the 25 basis points hike. And they're definitely not going to be announcing that they're stopping the interest rate hikes, because they are still planning to get to their target in 2023. So with these support levels, you can set up some buy limit orders. So $8.30, then we have $7.92, then we have $7.44, then we have $6.44 as well. And all of these are based off of the swing lows and swing highs that we had throughout this pullback here, starting with November 2022. So like I said, we don't know if we're going to come back down below $7. If we do, you just need to have some spare cash for that. If we don't, well, you had your chance to buy here. Now you're going to learn from your mistakes, and you're going to be ready the next time we have a pullback. So that's pretty much everything. I hope I didn't miss out anything important. You got a lot of support levels here to look out for. Obviously, the resistance level, or the resistance block above us, is something that we are going to retest perhaps before we pull back, or before we have a very strong pullback. But hopefully we're going to see a pullback right now in the next couple of days, so that we can stock up with some cryptos. And that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to see you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.